Howdy everyone, this is your buddy BP. It is September 28th, 2016, Wednesday morning, which means that it is Armsday. Man, I wish I had more time to play Destiny. I haven't been playing as much Destiny as I've been wanting to since Rise of Iron dropped. You know, I've been a little busy here, you know, because we got the Odyssey going on, and I've got work. I'm going to be working a little bit of overtime this week, trying to make a little bit of extra cheddar. Those gems don't buy themselves, know what I'm saying? But enough about Smite. We're here to talk about Destiny, and I have my packages for the week, so let's go ahead and see what the gunsmith has for us. First up is the THESAN FR4 Fusion Rifle. I really like this weapon a lot. The first one has solar damage. It also has Candle IS-2 and Flash HS-4. Its perks include Grenadier, Quick Draw, Oiled Frame, Surrounded, and Life Support. The second one deals arc damage. It has Spark IS-6 and Flash HS-2. Its perks include Grenadier, Skip Rounds, Oiled Frame, Surrounded, and Rangefinder. The third one deals void damage. It has Candle IS-2 and Flash HS-2. Its perks include Grenadier, Enhanced Battery, Injection Mold, Surrounded, and Life Support. For me, I would say the choice would be between the second one or the third one. The second one is pretty nice. You get your Grenadier, you get your skip rounds so you can carry a few more rounds in your reserve, or you can use oiled frame so you can boost up that reload speed. It'll be at the expense of range, but you got your rangefinder to help you out. So that's a really nice set of perks. But the third one ain't too shabby either. Of course, you still get your Grenadier, but you also get your enhanced battery so you can get an extra shot in the magazine, or you can go with injection mold and get some bonus stability. In fact, you can pretty much just max out the stability. This thing's really easy to keep stable. Of course, it'll be at the expense of range, and there's no range booster here, but you do get your life support, which is always nice to have in a pinch. I wouldn't worry too much about Surrounded. It's not something I care much for. I would say between these two, the second one would just slightly irk it out. I mean, you don't get your bonus stability like you do with the third one, but it has really strong stability as it is, and skip rounds is really nice so you can hold more in the reserve, and you get your rangefinder if you do want to go with that oiled frame to boost up the range. And if not, then you'll just get monster range whenever you aim with it. And of course, your Grenadier, which is always nice no matter whether or not you're playing PvE or PvP. I really like this fusion rifle. It's one of my favorites. I know the charge time is a little low, but if you can learn how to compensate for it, you can deal a butt ton of damage with it. It's really nice. So yeah, I would say the choice would be between the second one or the third one. Up next is the LYUDMILA-D Pulse Rifle. Remember, these are HAKKE pulse rifles, so they fire an additional shot in their bursts. The first one has GA Post and LD Watchdog. Its perks include Head Seeker, Rangefinder, High Caliber Rounds, Fitted Stock, and Reinforced Barrel. The second one has SC Hollow and LD Watchdog. Its perks include Danger Close, Zen Moment, Single Point Sling, Speed Reload, and Reinforced Barrel. The third one has GB Iron and LC Ranged. Its perks include Army of One, Rangefinder, High Caliber Rounds, Speed Reload, and Reinforced Barrel. Judging by what I'm looking at here, I would probably go with this first one here, mostly because it has the best stability. Remember, this thing does fire an additional shot, so that's a 4-shot burst. So you're going to want to get some stability to control it, because it can be a little unruly. I probably would not go with Reinforced Barrel. I mean, you'll already have Rangefinder to help you boost your range, and Reinforced Barrel works at the expense of stability, which is not something I really want for a weapon like this. I would probably rather go with Fitted Stock. So you can go with that, you get your rangefinder, and you get your head seeker, so you can get a little bit of bonus damage too if you're having trouble landing those consistent headshots, which can be a little tricky with a weapon like this. It's not a roll that particularly wows me, but it's not a bad roll. Definitely, at least certainly, it's not a bad roll when you compare it to the other two, which don't impress me quite as much. So yeah, between these three, I would go with the first one. Up next is the SUROS DIS-43 Scout Rifle. This is another one of my favorites. The first one has SLO-12, SPO-26, and SRO-37. Its perks include Appended Magazine, Fitted Stock, Take a Knee, Single Point Sling, and Small Bore. The second one has SLO-12, SPO-26, and SPO-57. Its perks include Feather Mag, Perfect Balance, Full Auto, Lightweight, and Small Bore. The third one has SLO-12, SPO-28, and SPO-57. Its perks include Appended Magazine, High Caliber Rounds, Hidden Hand, Lightweight, and Reinforced Barrel. Alright, you guys know me, and you know that I love Full Auto on this weapon. And this roll isn't perfect, but it is pretty strong. You get your Perfect Balance to help you out with the Full Auto, so you're going to be firing this thing really, really fast, so you're going to want that stability. And of course you get your Small Bore, you get another boost of stability, and you get yourself a little bit of range. Your magazine size and your reload speed will drop, however, if you're going to use that. You can always just go with Lightweight if you're not comfortable with that. But yeah, that boost to range, that boost to stability, that combos very, very well with Full Auto. So you can almost use this thing like an extremely powerful auto rifle. The third roll isn't too bad, though. You get your Hidden Hand, which is nice. You get your Reinforced Barrel, so you can max out that range. You know, you can take Appended Magazine if you want, so you can get a larger mag if you so desire. But, yeah, and Hidden Hand is always nice. You can kind of use this almost like a mini sniper rifle. Well, it's not really a sniper rifle. It doesn't quite do that much damage. But, yeah, you'll definitely be able to easily hit folks at long range without having to worry about too much damage drop-off. But still, I just really love Full Auto on this weapon, so I would strongly recommend the second one. Up next is the SUROS PDX-41 Pulse Rifle. The first one has SLO-19, SPO-28, and SPO-57. Its perks include Oiled Frame, Hammer Forged, Outlaw, Lightweight, and Small Bore. The second one has SLO-19, SPO-28, and SPO-57. Its perks include Casket Mag, Perfect Balance, Unflinching, Speed Reload, and Injection Mold. The third one has SLO-19, SPO-26, and SPO-57. Its perks include Oiled Frame, Fitted Stock, Rangefinder, Speed Reload, and Reinforced Barrel. Judging by what I'm looking at from these three, I really like the middle one. You get your Perfect Balance, you can get yourself a nice little boost to stability there, and you can take Injection Mold, which will give you another boost to stability, which will allow you to pretty much max it out. Your range will take a little bit of a hit, but still, I mean, for a pulse rifle, it's kind of hard to beat maxed out stability. And plus you get your Unflinching, so it's easier to land those headshots even when taking fire. The other two rolls, they're okay, I guess, but I was really impressed with this one. That combination of Injection Mold and Perfect Balance, that is nice. I really, really like that. Or, of course, you can just take Casket Mag. Your stability will take a hit, but you can always take an Injection Mold to compensate, and you'll get a bigger mag. Still, I would prefer the Perfect Balance and the Injection Mold. So yeah, if it was up to me, this middle roll is the one I would go with. And finally, we have the SUROS JLB-42 Rocket Launcher. The first one deals arc damage. It has aggressive launch, soft launch, and hard launch. Its perks include Speed Reload, Heavy Payload, Tracking, Javelin, and Lightweight. The second one deals arc damage. It has aggressive launch, smart drift control, and hard launch. Its perks include Speed Reload, Single Point Sling, Unflinching, Perfect Balance, and Quick Draw. The third one deals void damage. It has aggressive launch, smart drift control, and hard launch. Its perks include Flared Magwell, Single Point Sling, Tracking, Perfect Balance, and Snapshot. I'm going to go ahead and say right now that Unflinching doesn't really matter too much on a rocket launcher, not in my opinion. Tracking can be pretty useful. I don't know if it's quite as useful as grenades and horseshoes, but it is still quite useful. Whether or not you want to go with the first one or the third one is kind of up to you. It's mostly dependent on whether or not you like arc damage or void damage on your rocket launcher. But if that's not a thing, I would probably go with this first one, mostly because you get your heavy payload, so you can get a bigger blast radius, and you get your javelin, so you have some faster velocity. So that combos very well. I think that's a nice set of perks for a weapon like this. So yeah, If I had to choose, kind of splitting hairs here between the first and third one, but if I had to choose, it would be the first one I'd go with. Next week's weapons include the HAKKE ARMINUS-D auto rifle, the HAKKE ZARINAEA-D auto rifle, the SUROS ARI-45 auto rifle, the HAKKE TAMAR-D sniper rifle, and the OMOLON UZUME RR4 sniper rifle. I hope you like auto rifles and snipers. And I'd say that just about does it for this video. Not a bad week. We got a couple weapons that I really like. I really like the SUROS, what is it, the DIS-43. That is one of my favorite scout rifles in the game. And you get your OMOLON THESAN. That's also one of my favorite fusion rifles. So not bad. Some pretty good weapons this week. I'm pretty happy. What about you? Are you happy with the rolls we got this week? Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. I love hearing back from you, and I try to respond to as many people as I can. And don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful in any way. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.